Hello everyone, good evening, welcome back. Welcome back to Dragon Age 2. Jumping right back in where we left off. Hey Kylie, how's it going? I'm trying to keep my voice down tonight just a bit, so I've turned my microphone up slightly. So if at any point I get too loud, do let me know, and I'll either be quieter or I'll turn my microphone down a little bit. I'm trying to save my voice just slightly. I'm in that that second week, that very difficult second week of classes, where where now 2 days this week I've been effectively shouting for 6 hours a day. So it's taking its toll on my voice already. Here we go. So you guys know, I did a little bit of like selling things and leveling people up and that sort of thing while you guys were while you were away. Ellie says I'm working on my internship stuff right now. Cool. What does that entail? I actually don't know. Don't know exactly. What else? What are we doing next? There's a great many things to do. Actually, you know what? Let's go to Fenris's mansion house. See what he's up to. See if he has anything for us, or just wants to chat. It's a good place to start. No. Hawke estate. Where is his mansion anyway? It's over here, right? No, that's Bartran's. Where is his mansion? That's the Chantry. There was something. Over there. Okay, that's what I thought. There was something to do with the Chantry. Again, don't quite recall what, but we'll check it out. I'm sure we have plenty of, there's plenty of side quest type material to do, just because Act 2 really opens up in this game, if I recall. There's a lot of side content, a lot of companion stuff happens in Act 2 that really, like I said, just opens us up to all sorts of other things that we need to do. Ooh, look at that! I'm glad I came back here because I forgot. There's this nice little cranny back here with some treasure, I think. Is there treasure down this hallway, down this little? Yeah, this is a closed-off hallway. That's very weird. I thought it was an alley, but no. That's its own little thing. Anyway. Let's see. But yeah, there's quite a lot of sort of side content here. A lot of companion stuff to do. A lot of stuff to do with our companions. A lot of stuff with the other sort of NPCs around Kirkwall, and then also just a bunch of just work-a-day kind of quests. If you recall, we are at this point part owners of that mine, the apparently haunted one with the dragons. So we may have some work to do down there as well.
So the Seneschal's tax collector won't be coming around again like you asked. Funny story.
I'll pass, but thank you for the help.
Spoil sport. Why you want to squat up here in Hightown is beyond me.
I like the view.
So do I.
Hey, listen.
3 years. There's still no sign of Daenerys. I'm beginning to wonder if he's finally given up.
I mean, that is a long time to wait for revenge, and also a lot of time to be sort of on edge, right? Because, I mean, Fenris kind of has this duality, right, to his situation. On the one hand, he's waiting to get revenge on this man who's tortured him for his entire life. But on the other hand, he's also waiting for the other shoe to drop, waiting for this guy to come after him. So, like I said, there's a real duality here. So it's not just that he's held here and kept here by a desire for vengeance, but he's also held here and kept here because he's waiting to stop his pursuer, right? So I think that's a really interesting dichotomy. There's really something to that.
This is his mansion, isn't it? He must know you're here.
I don't know what to say, though.
To learn that it isn't, in fact, his mansion. It belongs to a Tevinter merchant, one who has evidently given up on the place. Perhaps he is dead. Perhaps Denarius killed him. Either way, if Denarius is aware of my presence, he has done nothing.
Interesting. Well, so we can either it's interesting, we can encourage one side of this or the other side, right? By encouraging this, by saying hopefully he has given up, right? We're kind of pushing towards that whole Fenris is waiting for the other shoe to drop, waiting for someone to come to him. Right? He's the victim in the matter. Whereas if we tell him to go after him, right, if we encourage that, then we're just pushing for vengeance now that he's waited 3 years for. I mean, obviously the more healthy thing is, to tell him to move on if he can, but I don't know if he can, given that, again, he's still, as far as he knows at least, pursued.
Isn't this what you wanted?
Yes, but tell me, what do you do when you stop running?
You start over. Isn't that what you want?
I don't know how. My first memory is receiving these markings, the lyrium being branded into my flesh. The agony wiped away everything. Whatever life I had before I became a slave, it's lost. I shouldn't trouble you with this. My problems are not yours.
You don't know who you were?
Fenris was the name Denarius bestowed upon me, his little wolf. If I once had another name or a family, then they were taken from me. But again, this is not your concern.
We can talk about this, Fenris.
I doubt it. But enough. You have much to keep you busy, I'm certain.
You doubt we can talk about it? I mean, that doesn't take a lot to just have a conversation about the terrible things that you've been through. I don't think. It doesn't really. All right, well, let's leave you here, how about? And then we'll pick Aveline back up. And yeah, that's fine. Let's get out of here. Go check out the Chantry, shall we? There's a lot to do with the Viscount's estate. Oh my god. Descent. What was that? I'm suspect. That's the murder mystery. Continuing that. We can turn in the herbalist tasks. Night's terrors. Ooh, that's a good one. That is a good one that we should do. But let's go check out the Chantry. Because I think this is having to do with what's his name? The prince.
You're right. About knowing who you are. I'm the captain of the guard. I'm loyal, strong, and I don't look too bad naked.
Exactly. And if I called you a mannish, awkward, ball-crushing do-gooder, you'd say...
Shut up, whore.
That's my girl.
See, they have a begrudging respect for one another. Gotta love that. See, man, over and over, I keep saying, I just love the I just love the banter and the character writing in general in this game is just spectacular. Oh, down there. Okay. Sebastian, that's his name. Okay, well, what are you up to, hon? What are you up to, Prince Sebastian?
Your grandparents would be so proud of you.
Wait, what?
When I was a girl, The Amels were one of our most prominent families.
Oh.
I'm glad to have one of their line in the estate again.
Oh,
How
nice.
can I help you?
That's very nice.
You knew my grandparents.
I dedicated your mother into the Chantry. She was a beautiful baby. Your grandmother was a very proper lady, but she was beside herself that day. And your mother put a fist in my eye.
Oh, that's great. That's a typical infant baptism, I'll tell you.
How long have you been Grand Cleric?
I became a lay sister here when I was only a girl. My parents died of fever, and I was taken in by the Chantry. Eventually, I took my vows. After I had served for some time, the revered mothers agreed that I should travel to Orlais. The Divine herself appointed me Grand Cleric of Kirkwall. That was near 30 years ago.
Wow. Well, she's been here for 30 years. Jesus.
What is the Chantry's stance on the Qunari presence here?
Would it help anything for us to get involved? Or is it more likely to light the kindling? If the Qunari act against us, the Templars will defend Kirkwall. Otherwise, we guard ourselves best by waiting.
I was using myrrh instead of frankincense this time, and less of it, but alright, if you say so.
Are you intending to stay neutral about the Qunari and mages forever?
The Maker's time is not men's time. We do not need to rush.
I'll have to remember that line the next time I'm late.
The Chantry is not a domineering father with the whip always in hand. She is a gentle mother who knows her children learn best when allowed to learn themselves.
Interesting. Very interesting ecclesiology. Because, I mean, typically, so the church, right, in the real world church, is more or less seen as feminine. Right? We, in our relation to God, are feminine, symbolically speaking, right? And that's because God is Father. Oh, hey. Destroy it. Oh, blood magic books. Oh, look, demons. This is, I think, like I said, the most interesting. That the Chantry, despite its sort of gender inversion, otherwise, right? How the Chantry is Chantry sisters rather than the divine mothers rather than fathers, right? Priestesses rather than priests, and yet still the Chantry is still feminine rather than masculine. That's interesting to me, and it's still, I think, because in relation to the Maker. Right? Because the Chantry stands as the Chantry has the same relationship to the Maker, broadly speaking, that Andraste did. But then also, I would go further to say that the Chantry has the same relationship to the Maker than we do as the Church and have to God, or Creator, Maker, so to speak. And so I think that the symbolism still fits, and it's interesting to me that the symbolism still fits, even with what is otherwise a kind of gender inversion, perfectly reasonable gender inversion, given the differences of salvation history in this world as compared to ours. I think that's fascinating that there is such a difference. That the Chantry is seen as feminine, and not just the revered mothers are seen as feminine, because they're not taking on the person and the role of God or the Maker. They're taking on the person or role of Andraste. who in this mythology is the bride of the Maker, who is the supplicant, right, rather than divine herself. So there are certainly plenty of, symbolically and even liturgically genuinely Catholic elements to the Chantry, right? But there's still a significant enough difference, right? But even through that difference, there are yet more similarities. It's very interesting. It's a very, I think, well thought out. I think it's a well thought out religion, right? Religious system. I was trying to think of a better word for it, but I think religion fits.
Here. Young Master Hawke destroyed Flint Company. None remain. Yet, now that I know who sent them, it's harder to see their deaths as justice.
Death is never justice.
Amen.
Hawke? We were just talking about you.
Carry on. I love to eavesdrop.
I'd rather talk directly, if you don't mind. I've learned who hired Flint Company. The Harrimans, a noble family of Kirkwall. They were my parents' allies. It's hard to believe they betrayed us like this.
I think I've met Lord Harriman.
Lord Harriman used to be a good man, but he became rather strange in his dotage. He died some years back. His daughter took over the family, Lady Johanne Harriman. They say she's become quite reclusive of late.
Any idea why they turned on you?
Money? Power? It's hard to say. Lady Harriman was always jealous of my family for being royalty when hers were mere nobility. But I can't imagine that pushing her into outright murder.
Is there any peaceful way to resolve this?
If you treat the Harrimans like those mercenaries, you could start a war. Go carefully, Sebastian.
I must speak with Lady Harriman and find out what drove her to this madness. But I am the last of my line. I should not go alone and make myself a target.
If I'm standing beside you, that should make her think twice.
Again, your interest in my plight humbles me. If you like, I can travel with you until you confront Lady Harriman. Otherwise, you can always find me here in the Chantry.
Okay. Let's swap out. Yeah. Swap out Isabella for him, because he is technically a rogue. I think. Right? Yes, he's a rogue. Alright. All of his archery stuff. That's also good. Lafarat's advance. Sure. Flanking's nice. Alright. And then archery. There. Cool. Alrighty then. So anyway, Kylie, what exactly are you doing internship stuff about? What's going on there? Let's just go do it. We're right here, so let's.
Your armor is very shiny, Sebastian. Doesn't that make you an easier target?
The light of the Maker is my armor, Meryl. I'm not afraid.
Maybe you could ask him to make his light less shiny? Then you wouldn't need as much armor.
Oh my god. Bit overly literal, but that's okay, I guess. Alright. Also, I love how, like, if you look down, like, over there, at the comparative health and mana bars, Aveline's massive amount of health makes everybody else just kind of pathetic, and then Hawke's massive amount of mana Makes everybody else's mana and stamina just kind of pathetic. You can tell who I've spec'd into what.
That's strange. The door's wide open, and not a single guard posted. This is not the Lady Harriman I remember. There is something very wrong in here.
Is there now? It's a barrel. Okay, well, not that. That's not what was wrong.
More! You lazy son of a bitch! What's taking so long?
Flora?
Who's she talking to?
Why does no one in this house care what I want? More wine, or I swear I will drown you in the dregs.
She doesn't even see us. This is no normal wine.
It's doing the weird texture thing again. But only some things. It's strange. Don't know what to do about that. I should have checked this out and tried to fix it in between streams, but only happening some of the time with some things, so I guess it's probably fine, but oh, we're going this way. No, we're not. This way? Yes.
More logs. It must be molten. You, more coins. I want every scrap of gold in this house.
Please, Monsieur!
There's nothing to fear. You'll be beautiful. Pour it over her.
Don't! You'll kill her! He can't hear me.
Nice.
Perhaps I should be the one.
We must end this madness.
I'm gonna guess demons are involved. That's a lot of gold. But I'm not sure. Yeah, genuinely not sure. I'm guessing it's demons. It's often demons. Very often it's demons. So where am I going? Oh, here we go.
I visited this house often as a child. They could not have concealed such goings on.
Yeah, more lore stuff. Laura Harriman's diary, 10th day of Harvestmere. Father is behaving so oddly. Today he pinched my buttocks. Just reached around the table, and I can't imagine what would make him do such a thing. And to the servant girls as well. Some of the things he says would truly make a sailor blush. I told the maids to lock up the wine, but it hardly made any difference so far. I'm going to the Chantry tonight to pray for him. It's probably the best you could do. Best thing for it. Let me make sure I'm not missing anything. And up here. Well, there's probably some things up here. Perhaps. No, perhaps not. No, perhaps not. Oh, wait. Huh? Oh, boy.
Lower. Lower.
I beg your pardon, Hawke. I did not mean to expose you to such things.
What are they even doing? The Thalanast!
No, the feather. Use the feather. Where have you been all my life?
No.
Today, I am more than a man. Come, felicitate me.
He has no idea we're here. I've known Ruxton Harriman.
Oh, boy.
He's a complete prude.
Apparently not.
Let's ask him to join us.
Let's...
You know what they say about a man with big hands.
Is that an Iron Maiden in the... Oh my god. right by the open balcony as well, which is just delightful. 11th of Harvestmere. Can be happening. First father, now Brett. I can't talk to either of them anymore. I don't know what they're drinking, but they're lost in their own little worlds. And mother doesn't care. Should she even be here? All she talks about is Starkhaven and marrying me off to that idiot, Goran Vale. What madness has come over this place? Oh, Goran. So, Sebastian's what, brother? Can he do lockpicks? No, he can't. Oh, Jesus. Let's leave them to it. No, no, I don't. I don't know anything about that. No, sir. That's all. Just awful. Actually, let me see. Let's see if I need to equip him. Oh, wow. Okay. Oh, no. He has no equipment. I made a mistake. This is gonna suck. Oh, they're all here. Gang's all here.
Turn
Great.
back. There is nothing here for you.
Odd. When we watched you being a drunken arse, you ignored us completely.
How'd they get down here?
You shall not enter.
Oh, yep, demons. That's demons. It's demons, Jim. It's demons, Jim. Oh, it's a desire demon. Of course it's a desire demon. Why would it not be a desire demon?
Demons, temptresses. We must see what greater evil they were protecting.
Greater evil than literal demons. Okay, Aveline, calm down. Greater evil, Great. Always what we're waiting for, huh?
A ruin, so close to Hightown. I remember no such thing.
Well, I mean, I assume you weren't spooping around the basement. But maybe. Let me see. That didn't help at all. Okay. I mean, Sebastian keeps running away, which is probably smart, given that he's the rogue archer. Kylie said, I haven't gotten placed yet for my internship. But I'm in the process of filling out all the stuff I need to send to the head of the internship program so that they know when I'd be available and what work what we can work with. Cool. So what are you shooting for? Like ideal green position. I don't know if you. I don't remember how much you've mentioned about this, but I don't remember too much in terms of detail. Oh, great. Let's Firestorm. Did he just kick a rock at them? That was kind of cool. Whee! Gotta love those spells. Oh, there's more. Okay, there's more. Why is there more? There shouldn't be more. Stop. Stop being more. Big ol' fireball. Yeah, that's it. Took care of all the nice skeletons. Where am I going? Nope, nothing. Alright, on we go. Yeah, this, I don't know, maybe it's the green smoke, this green mist, the glowingness of this place, but it's, I don't know, seems evil. Seems evil to me. Well, this is, I'd want to work with more therapy areas and grief and trauma therapy specifically, since I want to create my own pediatric grief and trauma therapy with specialty in assisted animal therapy practice. Cool. So, I've never done a proper internship, so like academic internship. Would that involve like working in an established practice, like assisting, just more ordinary learning from an established practice kind of thing, or how would that work exactly? Get away. Oh, jeez. Huh. This isn't great. Uh-oh. Well, this isn't great. Most of my spells are fire, which is not good in this circumstance. Aw, it's for Hawke. It's so nice of him. Okay, here we go. Keep going. Maybe I can blast him up. That didn't work at all. Ah, jeez.
I'll deal with this.
Meryl, you okay? No, not really. Need that. Hey, what's up? There we go. This is, I'd want to work more hands-on with the clients, so hopefully I could find something that would allow me the experience, or if I could place that would let me shadow, that would be cool too. Yeah, actually, that would. Yeah, I think that honestly, shadowing is probably the way to get the most hands-on experience in a, especially in a clinical setting, because you know that the expertise, like the sort of high-level expertise required, and well, especially expected by clients, I would think would make hands-on experience for interns in a clinical setting be pretty difficult. I'm assuming that you know, regardless of your actual skill level, the client or the patient hearing that that they're going to be treated by the intern, that they're going to be talking to the intern today, is probably not the most reassuring thing. Regardless of, you know, like I said, regardless of actual skill. Okay, that's not good. And how about I just go all up? I love how they just reuse the same like combat voice lines that are very well established in Mass Effect. Great. Okay. Ah, very bad. Like one less to worry about. I keep thinking Cadence here, or maybe Garrus. Yeah, Kylie says, yeah, that would be troubling. I was meaning like reviewing cases and stuff or helping run the facility. Well, yeah, I mean, that's the relatively standard kind of intern type of thing that I would think of, right? As far as like I was saying though, I think I think shadowing and then sort of shadowing and reviewing and then maybe, oh, come on. Going from there, doing you know, paperwork type stuff, filing, well, not even just filing, but case notes and going over case notes, things like that, would I think be probably the best hands-on thing that wouldn't be you know, overly troubling to a patient. Client, what's the technical term? I actually don't know. Would be appropriate there. Loading. This is different. I don't usually get loading screens. Not like walking in. Red cream soda. Which is sweating quite a bit. Yeesh. Good stuff. Well, it is still actively loading, so I'm not just, like, not, you know, loading. It's not frozen, at least. Hopefully. You know, I'm wondering, where's Kevin and Eddie? Haven't heard from them tonight. Busy, or did Kevin just switch to Mondays? Although I will say, speaking of, I suppose scheduling and stuff, I'm back on Facebook finally. It's been a while. We'll see if I stay back on Facebook, but who knows? I don't think I've done anything as of yet in the last few hours that would be bannable. Oh, that works.
I put that idiot
But,
Goran
we'll see.
Vale into the prince's sea, but the other families won't heed him. I must marry him to Flora and solidify our hold. But I need more power.
I've given you much. Your desires run deep. You've already traded your husband and your children. What more can you offer?
I mean, it's the libido dominandi, not the regular kind of libido. The desire, the lust for power in a case like this. So, no. Demon, kill it.
Your plots end here.
Who is this? Who are you? How did you get here? Sebastian.
You were my mother's friend. How could you murder her?
Such an ugly word. I prefer remove the only obstacle between her and her dreams.
This was your idea.
Well, yeah, she is a demon.
As if I wished. But it's far easier to nurture those that already exist. The desire for power is easy to find. You and your friend both possess it, do you not? You both wish to rise.
You could totally just go, yes, demon. Yes, demon give power, yummy. No, let's not. No.
Not if it meant selling out my family.
How loyal were your friends to you? Everyone has a price. Everyone wants something.
Do not listen to her.
Oh, such a pious soul, masking so much ambition. Are you so different from my lady? You yearn for the same lands, the same power.
I am the rightful heir. She is a usurper and murderer.
You swore to put aside worldly goods and ambitions, but they couldn't stop you from wanting them.
I'm really tempted to say that's a good point, because it is a good point. On the other hand, I will also say that religious devotion, and particularly a vow of poverty and obedience, like Sebastian presumably took, is kind of the only thing that can be a surefire restraint on priestly power seeking. It means a lot that he would make such a vow, but then at the same time, it might also mean a lot that he's kind of starting to ignore it. I'm afraid of what will happen if I say that's a good point. Because I feel like that's a good point. See, this is one of these problems with the dialogue wheel in this game, is that you don't exactly know what Hawke is going to say. You just kind of have to pick one and hope that he's going to say something reasonable, that you expect him to. And I'm a little bit afraid that if I say, that's a good point, he'll be like, well, you do like power, so maybe say yes. And I'm just be like, whoa, hold on a second. Not at all what I meant. So I feel like just kill her. Just kill the demon. Because that's the wise thing to do. Always the wise thing is just kill the demon. Haley says, y'all, I'm hopefully getting sushi tomorrow, speaking it into existence.
I will hear no more.
It's easy to get sushi. It's much easier to get sushi than conjuration. Oh, jeez. Okay, let's do that. What in the world? Okay, everyone just died. What happened? Oh. Blood magic. That's what happened. Okay. Let's do that over, shall we? Do.
Starkhaven will...
Okay, we know, we get it.
Traded your husband and your children.
And kill the demon.
The desire for power.
Wouldn't betray my friends.
You swore.
Die, demon.
I will hear.
Let's just open her up with Cold. Real quick. You need to petrify her. Mage is the threat. There. Got her. Alright, we're good. We're good. We're very good. Okay, that's what we were... Alright, there. We're good. We are all setty. Anyway, one need not resort to conjuration for the sake of sushi. Sushi is a good thing, to be sure. But going out to get some is probably the better way.
Let us return to the Chantry. I must pray for Lady Harriman's soul.
Amen. Allures crook. Let's give Sebastian that belt. And maybe... well... Really good, but no, let's not for now. Yeah. Hawke needs to keep this staff just for aesthetics. Purely for aesthetics. This is Hawke's staff.
Let us return to the Chantry.
Sebastian, I am so sorry is such an inadequate word. When I think what Mother made us do, what those creatures made us do.
We were friends, Flora.
It was like a cloud came down on me. All I could feel or think was what the demon allowed.
Was your mother a mage? How did she find this demon?
We've never had magic in our line. Perhaps that made Mother too confident. She thought she could deal with the demon and not fall prey to it. Those ruins there were unearthed when we expanded the house. Mother found the demon inside. I think she had signed her bargain before we even knew.
Oh, goody.
Did your mother order the attack on Sebastian's family?
She did. You know Mother, Sebastian. She was always jealous of your parents. The demon twisted that until it was all she could think of. She was determined to seize Starkhaven for herself.
Don't blame your mother. The Desire Demon made this happen.
I doubt many people will be so forgiving. If it takes every last coin my family owns, I will make reparations to everyone we've wronged.
I mean, after your father was melting them all down,
we weren't the only
I don't know if you have
ones
any
fighting
left.
for Starkhaven. If you face more opposition, you have my support.
It will not make up for what happened.
No, that's true.
I'll tell you when I need you.
Certainly mature of him, at least to, if not to forgive, at least to move on. Yeah, excuse me. That's a good bit of gold, but also it seems to be melting. Let's get out of here. This demon-infested hovel. Alright. Back to the Chantry, shall we?
Good. Carry on.
I understand you are of noble birth.
My father was a chevalier. He had to flee Orlais when his patron was murdered.
I'm sorry.
I wouldn't have been suited for the life of an Orlesian noblewoman anyway.
But surely you wish it had been different. To be a lady of Orlais and not a city guardsman.
Not for one moment. I'd rather kill a bandit and save a merchant's family than know the correct dance steps and which rouge is in fashion.
Nice.
There are still many refugees.
So you're a prince, are you?
That is apparently true.
There's doubt?
I've accepted the burden. That's all that matters. Why do you ask, guard captain?
The entitled types are always trouble.
In that case, I'm glad I don't count myself as one.
They never do.
I think they do. I mean, they at least... Okay, so the entitled types she's talking about at least count themselves as nobility. He's relatively reluctant about taking on the role. At least it would seem.
I had hoped prayer might cleanse me of the desire demon's touch. But I still hear her voice so clearly. I feel like I've bathed in filth that will never come off.
You acted honorably. Why are you ashamed?
The demon didn't lie. I used to be bitterly jealous of my brother. I wanted to be prince. Now everything he had is mine. And he lies in ashes. I keep asking myself, do I want this because it's right? Or simply to have what I never thought I could?
Aren't you your parents' heir?
I'm the youngest son of 3. My parents were rather traditional. They wanted the heir and the spare, and I was left in the cold. They put me in the Chantry to prevent my competing with my brothers.
You seem very dedicated to the Chantry. You were put there against your will.
At first. But it was the best thing that could have happened. I was a wild boy, a shame to my family. The Chantry made me a man. It's odd. When I wanted to rule, I would have been terrible at it. Now that I might be decent, I don't know if it's the right thing to do.
Well, that's how you know you'll be a decent ruler, is if you don't want to. Plato talks about this a great deal, right? Plato talks about this in the Republic when he's talking about the philosopher kings, that the best rulers are those who do not wish to rule, and that the philosophers of the city, the guardians, how he lays out the system here is that among the guardian class, among these elites, these intellectual and philosophical elites, that they will be, that a leader, a ruler, a philosopher king will be chosen among them annually or so by lot. So they'll rule for however long. I think it's a term of 2 years, if I'm not mistaken. But they'll rule reluctantly, because they will inevitably want to return to a life of abstract contemplation, which is the highest thing, what they've been raised with, and what they have desired, and what they've done for their entire life. And it's less of a concern than ruling. It's less burdensome than trying to rule a city-state, a polis, really, like Starkhaven. I think that's I mean, obviously true, the worst people to rule are the ones who seek it. Almost necessarily, the people who seek out rulership or seek out positions of authority or positions of power, especially, tend to be the most tyrannical. I mean, you can see this. Just look around you. Right? Look around at the people who who do in fact happen to rule us. They're very clearly the worst at it, and they're very clearly vile, evil tyrants. Pretty much the lot of them. You know, there's a reason politicians are so justly maligned. It's because they seek power. Anyone who seeks power is not to be trusted with it.
It's the wisdom not to want power that lets you use it wisely.
Yeah, like I said.
You didn't feel what that demon stirred in me. It cannot be right to lead any army to Starkhaven with such doubt in my heart.
It's good.
I owe you more than I can say, Hawke.
Very good.
I will offer my service to you here before I move on.
Killing a few hundred more bandits ought to help you make up your mind.
You do have a unique way of working out your inner struggles, Hawke. Enough of this. I will make no decision today.
Good. Whoa! It's gonna be 11 gold. That is a great deal of money. Yeah.
I think this is yours.
My grandfather's bow, but where did you get it?
One of the Flint Company mercenaries had it.
Thank you. It's hard to mourn the loss of a thing while my family lies dead. But I did think of it.
What's the story behind that bow?
As the youngest son, it was my place to lead Starkhaven's militia. But I never had a talent for swordplay. Too much getting hit. My grandfather said the bow is the wise man's weapon. You can defend your city without opening its gates. Grandfather said the day I could pull the string on his bow, it would be mine.
Then why didn't you have it with you?
I was 13 when my grandfather made me that promise. I would rise at dawn to practice my shots until I could hit the eye slit of a helmet from the top of the ramparts. But my parents pledged me to the Chantry before I could show him.
Were you and your grandfather close?
He was a man of the world, Prince of Starkhaven. But he had the most unshakable faith in the Maker. When my parents threatened to pledge me to the Chantry, he told me he'd gladly trade his title for a life of contemplation. The Maker ordained a place for each of us, I remember him saying. We have only to serve.
See, there you go. Exactly what I was just saying. It's great. I like that. Bow's better than a family. What in the hell is wrong with you, Hawke?
I'm sorry I never got a chance to meet them, to save them.
I know. You're a true friend, Hawke. You brought me this to remember and honor them. But if I could bring back our lowest servant by snapping it in half, I'd do it without regrets.
So let's, you should definitely equip that, huh? Oh, he already did. Sorry. Dude, nice. Look at that. That looks very nice. Nature damage across 2 meters. Oh, nice. Very nice. All right, I like it. Like it very much. All right. Let's get out of here.
I'm desperately trying to stay away.
And he could actually stay here, honestly. Let's switch him out for Eric. All right, where to? Darktown. I have letters, so let's go to Hawke's house first. Okay.
I hope all is well. A new letter on your desk awaits your attention.
Thanks. From Matcha. I wanted to thank you for helping my brother. I worry about what the Templars will do to Karen, but it's what he wants. He's grateful that you defended him before Sir Cullen. Thank you from both of us, Matcha. Oh, nice. Okay. That was from last week, if we recall. Let's put that away. Let's put that away. That away. Nah, I can sell that. It's not that great. Oh, okay. It's part of a set, so let's put it away. Megan Vale's locket. That's got to be for Sebastian, yeah? Yeah, got to be for Sebastian. All right. Yeah, just him for now. High time. Let's just walk outside, hand him this, and walk back in. Go elsewhere. There. You're welcome. Bye.
I hope all is well.
Oh, actually, no. Let's just
Mistress
leave you.
Abel just returned not long ago herself, I believe.
Oh, Mom's back. Mom left?
I've been wondering if I shouldn't remarry.
Oh.
I'm sure the last thing you need is your mother watching over your shoulder every time you come home. But perhaps there is still life once your children have outgrown you.
You've been through a lot. You deserve any joy you can find.
Thank you, love. No one could ever replace your father. But it is refreshing to think I could still be courted at this age.
Aw. Erica giving you Arthur thoughts. Our usual crew. Huh? Let's go to Descent. What was Descent? I want to look at this. I want to look at check what this was before we actually do it, because I actually don't remember at all. Wait, no. Journal. There we go. Descent. It's for a companion. Oh, for Anders. Okay. So, okay, we just have to go talk to Anders. That's right. All right, well, let's go talk to Anders. I don't remember where Anders is. He's up there, right? Oh. Oh, no. I think I just heard Saoirse not be in bed. That's not very nice. Not very nice. Here we go.
Have you noticed how many Tranquil are in the gallows courtyard lately? And don't tell me I'm just sensitive to it. I've been watching, and every day there are new Tranquil, selling their bloody wares. Good mages too. People I know pass their harrowing.
Doesn't Chantry law say that mages who pass their harrowing can't be
Okay,
made
you have to go check on her, so she's still up.
Exactly. The Templars are using the right of tranquility to silence those who speak against them. They're working on a deliberate plan to turn every mage in Kirkwall within the next 3 years.
Wait, what? Okay, so, okay. All right, listen. First of all, this is all very serious. This is all very terrible and serious. I know, Anders. But Erica says that Saoirse says she's on her Vespa because she watched Luca 3 times today. Oh my god. Yes, I know it's a good movie, but man, I thought you had a rule, Han. I thought you had a rule for her that she's only allowed to watch something once in a day, not 3 times. Oh gosh, Luca was actually good. Luca was surprisingly good. I don't know, I was kind of skeptical at first when I first heard about it and first saw stuff about it, but no, it was actually good. It was actually really good. Nice, wholesome fish out of water movie, so to speak. Get it? Fish out of water? Anyway. Sorry, that was awful. Anyway. praised tyranny, using measures that are designed for public safety for the sake of oppression. Well, would you look at that? What sort of regime would ever do such a thing like that, as to use measures that are meant for the sake of public safety and suppression of dangerous things, dangerous non-human things even, and use that for some kind of nefarious, oppressive purpose? Excuse me, to quash dissent, to make life unlivable for those who might oppose the regime. It's almost like this is familiar somehow. It's almost like this is, man, it feels somehow like this is stripped right from the headlines. I don't know, though. I don't know. I'm not sure.
Whatever you think of Templars, you can't imagine they're so heartless.
They're worse. There are groups in Kirkwall who help those fleeing the Circle. I've talked to people on the inside. The plan is the work of a Templar named Sir Ulrich. I've had a run-in with him myself. He's the one who did the ritual on Karl. Nasty piece of work. Likes to make mages beg.
Yeah, that's deeply horrifying.
What happened between you and Sir Ulrich?
I've been involved with an underground resistance. Mages living free in Kirkwall who help others escape. I can't tell you any more, for your sake and theirs. You have too much involvement with the guard and nobility. Suffice it to say,
Aveline's like right there.
I've been in the gallows. I've seen his work firsthand.
What else do you know about Sir Ulrich?
The Knight Commander is at least sincere in her convictions. However misguided, she believes she's helping people. Sir Ulrich's a sadist. Cold-blooded as a lizard. He likes to experiment on mages. Find out what it takes to push them into the arms of demons.
Then perhaps the blame can be laid on him, and not every Templar.
That's what I hope. If we bring the evidence of this plan to light, there must be men who'll stand against it. Perhaps even the Grand Cleric will finally be forced to act.
Well, see, she is certainly good, and hopefully willing to do something.
Know a way inside. A secret entrance under the walls of the gallows. Come with me tonight, please. Help me find the evidence of Sir Ulrich's tranquil solution.
That's so N-wordish.
What do you mean, tranquil solution?
Wait, I'm trying to get demonetized. So Nazi-ish.
His idea of a peaceful solution to the mage
Hitlerian, even.
To sunder the mind of every mage in the free marches. I'm told he's bringing his proposal to Val Royeaux, to the Divine herself. He would turn every mage in Thedas into a drooling simpleton under his command.
If this plot exists, it must be exposed.
Thank you. I confess, I wasn't sure you'd share my outrage. I'm glad I can count on this much.
Anders, I'm a
ready to go when
mage.
you are. Our entrance is concealed not far from here.
Well, not right now, but tonight. Anders, I am a mage. What do you take me for? Why would I not be terribly upset about such a thing? Also, I'm just not a monster. So, another reason why I'm terribly upset about such things. But we'll come back to this. We will come back to that. Actually, you know what? Screw it. Let's do that now. Let's do it now. Why not? What is going on here? Hey.
One less to worry about!
Alright, got him. Carta, huh? It's strange that they're the ones after me.
Going to have to do some shopping upstairs pretty soon.
Alright, well, let's
This is it.
let's go do it.
This tunnel will take us into the gallows. Are you ready to help me find evidence of the tranquil solution?
Let's do it.
Let's go.
Also, we can just kind of go to the gallows. Let's bring Fenris. He seems like the kind of person to bring on a job like this. With his hatred of mages. Show him what things are really.
The Templars are despicable. They fear to fight us, so they destroy our minds instead.
Alright. There. No. 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 Yeah, let's go barrier. He's our support caster. Spindleweed. Nice. All right. But anyway, I'm vaguely alluding to very, very common tactic among tyrants. Right? Tyrants will use whatever means is at their disposal, especially a means that has been established for legitimate reasons, in order to sort of take control of people. Equip, not destroy. Ellie says, "Oh, y'all, I got invited to my friend's baby's birthday party." Oh, cool. She's a friend with the twin boys that were on Christmas. That were born on Christmas Eve. They're going to be one this year. Oh, they're going to be one Christmas Eve. That's cool. That's really nice. I mean, I say that, knowing also that the whole the difficulty of the whole combined birthday and Christmas problem. There's that. So maybe it's not so nice, but you know. But again. And launch smash. And next Firestorm.
Lyrium smugglers built these tunnels to serve as the Templars who crave the stuff.
But otherwise, baby's birthday party is a great Christmas Eve. And hell, twins is a fantastic birthday or a fantastic Christmas present. What is this? Ack. Health and physical damage? Yeah, let's go with that. That's better. The unfortunateness of the dreaded combined birthday, Christmas, presents, party, etc. aside. Varric, handle that for me.
I loved that.
Spooters. Oh, that didn't work? Probably.
Nicely done. You do get results, don't you?
Yeah. I'm also realizing that my party comp is a little bit different than I'm used to. With Fenris here instead of Aveline. Aveline is usually my unstoppable wall of a tank, whereas Fenris is actually dealing out damage, so enemies are going down much quicker, but I actually have to watch people's health. Anyway, Kelly says they're having the party a week before, so the celebrations are separate from Christmas celebration. Okay, that's good. That's good. I think that's definitely a good thing. I mean, I don't know. I have to think that, you know, later in life, that can get nice. That can become a nice thing to have one's birthday celebrated right around Christmas. When you're a kid, I totally get it. I the whole, like, oh no, I'm missing out on a party, basically. You don't want that. Oof. Because you definitely don't want to be missing out on a party when you're a kid, right? But, why am I stuck? Why can't I move? Now I can move. Weird. Anyway, but yeah, when you're a kid, you don't want to miss out on a party. You know, you don't want the combined birthday Christmas, because that means you have one less party, less presents, all that. But at the same time, like I said, when you get older, then you get to have your birthday celebration, which is a good thing, which is always nice. At the same time as Christmas, which is also always should be at least, always a happy, nice time. Move, thank you. You Sable. Mid guy. So the talk about the Christmas season reminds me of something I was talking about in class today. So today we read Fides et Ratio, John Paul II's encyclical. If you haven't read it, do. And so because of that, we were kind of talking a little bit about the long history of the university. So the university system, as we know it today, dates back to the medieval universities, which began in earnest in the 10th century and really flourished by around the 13th. And we can see... Oh, well, I'll come back to this.
That's a lie. What do we do to mages who lie?
I just wanted to see my mum. No one ever told her where they were taking me.
No, this is their place. We cannot...
So, you admit your attempted escape? You know what happens to mage girls who don't toe the line around here, don't you?
Please, no! Don't make me tranquil. I'll do anything.
That's right. Once you're tranquil, you'll do anything I ask.
The Chantry frowns on Templars who take personal advantage of their charges.
Who's this?
It's the Divine. Come all the way from Orlais to tell you personally what a jackass you are.
Never touch a mage again.
Oh. That went from hardy hard, nice and funny to oh no. Anders has gone all glowy. Demon possessed. Really? Technically. If we're to be overly technical about it. You're not. You're fine. Get over here. Damn. Eric's down. Oh no, he's not. He's not down. He's up? What's happening? How's he up? He has no hit points. What is this? You see that over there, right? It's showing him as being down? Oh, it's Anders who's down. Oops. Now he's back up.
For these abuses.
The Templars are gone. You can stop glowing.
Every one of them will feel justice's burn.
Get away from me, demon!
I am no demon. Are you one of them, that you would call me such?
You are here under my command. Not another step.
Justice answers to nobody.
This is not the way to do it. Save your fire for the Templars.
Please, Messer.
It was almost really bad.
I almost... If you weren't here, I need to get out of here.
I agree. I'm developing quite the rivalry with Anders, understandably. He's kind of that extreme, well-intentioned extremist. Alright. To our Excellency, Justinia, excuse me. I'm well aware both you and Knight Commander Meredith have rejected my proposal, but I beg you to reconsider. The mages and the free marches have past controlling. Their numbers have doubled in 3 years. They have found a way to plant their abominations in our ranks. They cannot be contained. The tranquil solution is our answer. All the mages at the age of majority must be made tranquil. They'll coexist peacefully, retain their usefulness, a perfect strategy. It's simply the best way to ensure mages obey the laws of men and Maker. I remain, as always, your obedient servant. Maybe you don't. Sir Otto Ulrich. Well, he had clearly gone something like rogue. In any case, so that was... I mean, it was kind of an isolated incident, but at the same time, clearly not really. Clearly there was, there's kind of a rot going on here. between the beneath the surface of the Templars here. Anyway, what I was saying, the university, right? So, this is something I brought up in class because it's something that people don't quite usually realize, right? So, oh well, we're back.
What was that thing?
He's no demon, just a deeply troubled man.
Can I go home now?
Find your parents, but don't stay there. You must leave Kirkwall.
I know. There's nowhere in the city where Sir Ulrich's men won't find me. Thank you, Messer.
Well, he's dead, so
Andraste herself
that
must
helps.
have put you in that room.
Make her willing. Right, so
Stay away from me.
okay. Anyway, yeah, one of the interesting little bits of the modern university that is contiguous, that follows up from the medieval university dating back 1,000 years or more, is the layout of our semesters. Right, so we have our 2 semesters. We have the fall and the spring. Summer doesn't really count because let's be honest, it really just doesn't count as its own semester. But realistically, it's fall and the spring. And the layout for this, we all sort of have in our minds, because we're modern American people. We kind of have in our minds this 18th century thing, this 19th century thing, 18th century thing, really, of the reason for this layout and having summers off is because, well, so kids can go home and be there for the planting season in the summer. Until you realize that, 1, summer's not the planting season, that's the spring. 2, that in the medieval university and in the university generally, you're not talking about the children of yeoman farmers who are needed at the farm. You're talking about people who are well-to-do enough to go to university. So that's obviously irrelevant. And that schedule came long before the schedule used in primary and secondary school, right? Public school, basically. So there is an older reason, as I said, stretching back to the Middle Ages, for the semesterly setup, right? And that is exam times, right? So, Kylie, I've told you this before. You've been in class with me before, so I think you've heard this, right? That the exam periods for each semester fall in penitential seasons. Advent for the fall semester, Lent for the spring semester. This goes back to final exams, or the equivalent, the quodlibet, the open questioning. This falling into penitential seasons. This was a penitential exercise, and it was also a way of displaying one's knowledge of what one had learned throughout that semester. Just again, the root words of that meaning the sowing of the seeds of knowledge. Same root as seminary. Also, so the quodlibet, the open questioning, or best translation would be "ask me anything," if you will, is also the format that you'll find in basically all of Thomas Aquinas' Summa Theologiae. Right? It's where you entertain a question, and then you entertain objections to your view, and then you present your view in response to those objections. It's a challenge. It's something like what we do today as a thesis defense. But this was done at the end of every semester by students being interrogated by their fellow students and also by teachers. So there you go. This is something that has been part of the academic tradition, the schedule even. The schedule even has been part of the academic tradition now for a millennium. So I think that's pretty cool.
Trash. Keep. Trash. Won't be needing that anymore.
This is all Sir Ulrich had. Looks like the tranquil solution began and ended with him.
Let me see that. The divine rejected the idea. Meredith rejected the idea. This was not what I expected. Perhaps I should try talking to the Grand Cleric. Maybe she's more reasonable than I thought. Thank you. I will think on what you said.
Kylie, I was talking about the scheduling of like exams and semesters and such, dating back to the medieval universities, with being sort of exams taking place in penitential seasons, so Advent and Lent. I'm always fascinated by the continuity between significant parts of our society today. Oh my gosh, with medieval Christendom. I need that. I need this. 2 glitter dust. Do I have any? I have 1 glitter dust. Darn. I need to find that other glitter dust, because that's actually
Sorry about your brother, Varric.
helpful.
Have you any other family?
I have family like a rat has fleas, Daisy.
Does that mean you have a lot of family? Or that they make you itch a lot?
Both.
Oh my god, I love the. Oh my god, I can't stop saying how much I love the character writing. Oh my gosh. Let's not do this yet. I'm gonna wait to do that one. As long as we can. Alright, where to? Impeccable Bluff. Market? Okay. Why not? Right.
Good day to you, sir.
Good day. What's going on here?
A Dalish.
Something of yours, Sarah.
And
An old, foolish thing to need. Thank you for saving me the trip.
Okay. Found something of his, I guess. Alright, let's move right along to... Well, we have a lot of stuff to turn at the Viscount's Keep, so let's just go there. Let's go on foot. Can always use a nice stroll through Hightown. It's very nice. Anyway, so I want to. I also want to point out. So all of my talk of tyrants and totalitarianism. Erica said she got out of bed, so I turned the lights out on her. She did not like that. I take it. I don't know if the scream came through the microphone, but she shrieked because she was deeply distraught and startled by the lights turning off. Anyway.
Lieutenant Harley said I should see you about a reward.
That's it. Not even going to mention your scuffle with Evit's marauders. Killing the whole lot of them.
Yeah.
They killed a lot of good people.
They won't kill anyone else. Thanks to you.
You're
There's
welcome.
one small rub, though. Their leader, Evitz, wasn't there, was he?
No, they were led by a fell Orden.
Evitz is the worst of the lot. He may try to get revenge one day.
He can wait his turn. I won't lose any sleep over it.
Maybe nothing will come of it. Thanks again for your help.
I have a feeling it will. Just based on how this game is structured, I have a feeling it will. That will happen. Oh, another evil tome. Let's go handle that, don't we? We're very close to leveling.
Nothing like the smell of fresh ink. So invigorating.
I'm gonna actually turn in some quests before. No, I'm gonna do this first. Come here, pup. So anyway, destroy the evil book. All right. Meryl doesn't like it when I do that. Fine. Well, petrify. Freeze. There we go. Now I leveled up. I knew I was close. Alright, let's level. Attributes. Magic. Magic? Or actually, you know what? I need health. I honestly really need health. I really need health. My health is so low. Group heal. Ooh, revival. Yeah, no, let's go with revival first. Then we'll do group heal. Because group heals were really good, but revival's more important. Is it around? Ooh, the throne. Can I go up here? With the eagles? Anyway, so I was talking a bit about tyranny and such, and you know, referring to our present situation. And I have to say that one solution, one thing that I can, you know, legally and social media wise talk about publicly is I think a solution that is picking up steam and is starting to become a bit of a practical possibility, and that is secession, or as some people prefer to call it, the national divorce. To go with the most likely concrete example, Texit. In the description already, you will find a link to a discussion on the Tom Woods show with a leader in the Texas secession movement, and by the sound of it, there's a real distinct possibility that Texas may vote to secede within the next few years, which is really, really encouraging. Because again, from a realistic standpoint, right, from a definitional standpoint, especially, right, the United States is an empire, right? It is not a nation. A nation is a people group united by either language or ethnicity, some kind of historical tie, which is kind of the system that we as a nation explicitly reject anyway, the whole American melting pot thing. Or civic nationalism, which is that a nation is bound by certain ideas. And let's be realistic. Our nation, the United States, is not bound by any kind of foundational ideas tying it together. The political divisions are so extreme in the U.S. that there really isn't much of anything that could realistically be considered, excuse me, a civic foundation, an ideological civic foundation. So yeah, so it's an empire. Strictly speaking, it is a series of nations, of separate civilizations, societies that that are unified by a single central authority that rules them all from afar, namely Washington, D.C. Right? America is an empire, or the United States, properly speaking, is an empire. And if we look at empires throughout history, we know how it goes. Right? They stay around too long, they get too big, they get unmanageable, they become too divided and divisible, and they collapse, they fall apart. And I'd like to see it peacefully split rather than devolving into chaos or splitting, falling apart, or through violence.
Gone.
God
Along
forbid.
with a whole street. The Qunari were blameless.
No,
Right.
no, they weren't. That's a lie.
Pushed by zealots.
That is a
like
lie.
in the very groups I have to appease. The Maker has a grand sense of humor. And the Arishok. I suspected he had no plans to leave. I didn't know it was just as annoying for him. Keep the worst of them off his back, and it'll be all right. But that is the problem. It has already escalated, despite your efforts. A shame.
I thought he would be referring to the Arishok as a zealot.
A Qunari delegate and entourage paid me a visit. It was civil, tentative, hopeful.
That's
They left my
surprising.
chambers with precision, but were not reported by the outer guard. They are missing almost literally from my doorstep.
That's
What
disturbing.
do you imagine will be the Arishok's reaction? We need to get out in front of this, and fast. I feel I've been trying to turn a stampede for some time now. Someone is pushing very hard. Speak with Seneschal Brown. Then you will see why I cannot trust anyone else with this. I don't know who would benefit from fighting the Qunari, but it will cost all of us.
Yeah. I mean, ideally, it would be best if they just left, but they apparently can't do that for reasons that will hopefully become apparent as we move on forward. Okay. No, let's not do the blood magic thing, honestly. Yeah, galvanism. That's good.
You have information about the missing Qunari?
I am to help you, yes. Viscount Dumas would appreciate discretion in this matter. I would prefer that you were not involved at all. But that is neither here nor there.
You don't seem to like me very much. But yeah, Texit is a very encouraging trend, and hey, flex it maybe flex it soon. Cheers to that. Florida's been doing phenomenally well, politically speaking. I've been very, very pleased with the political direction of Florida, honestly. Not perfect, by no means perfect, unfortunately, but a lot better than most of the country, and has really been flexing, if you'll pardon the pun, our sort of political independence, and hey, it seems at least the possibility of political nullification as well. If you're not familiar with the concept of nullification, it's essentially where a state forbids the enforcement, or prohibits or prevents the enforcement of federal edicts, and especially if talking about federal edicts that we're seeing newly today. If you're not familiar, check out the news. Well, there's a good use for it if I've ever seen one. And I will say there already seems to be policy on the books in Florida that might wind up nullifying this new order, even if it only applies to federal contractors. To clarify, this is basically a Biden administration federal requirement for federal contractors and at least some companies although that's not clear. That may be open to negotiation at least. But certainly federal contractors to require employees to be vaccinated against COVID-19, which is of course horrifyingly tyrannical and evil, and needs to be stopped by any means necessary. But I'd prefer peaceful political means, oxymoronic as that is, peaceful means, to anything else, obviously. And it looks like, given that Florida already has, like I said, policy on the books that explicitly prohibits companies from requiring proof of vaccination. That's already prohibited in Florida, legally speaking. So it looks like we may have sort of preemptively nullified what's coming down the pipe, but we will see. It's bound to be a legal fight, and I look forward to it. Who knows? Who knows how it'll go? I'm a little bit optimistic. I'm more optimistic about this sort of thing, about political stuff in Florida, than I am about almost anything else political that I almost ever am. So there's a chance. There's a chance it'll go well. That's all I'm saying. In any case, anyway.
It sounds like you don't want them found.
I must think of what is best for the Viscount's office. Bringing attention to such an incident benefits no one.
You would do nothing.
The Qunari are neutral hostiles at best. There is no relationship to salvage by overextending ourselves on their behalf.
He's not completely wrong, really.
I'm having a hard time picturing the abduction of a Qunari entourage.
Unfortunately, they were not at their best. Their swords were tied into their sheaths, as I advised. It seemed a respectful compromise. Even I know you cannot separate a Qunari from his weapon.
Again, fair.
The Arishok is growing violent. He might want an excuse to end this peace.
I suspect that if the Arishok wanted to take over, he simply would. For all we fear that heretical Qun of his, its demands have done more to keep him in check than any of our efforts. Besides, would Qunari stoop to trickery? There is no precedent. But there is unfortunate evidence of influence on our side.
Has anyone reported this to the Qunari?
Maker, no. I'd be signing the messenger's death warrant. He'll find out soon enough, of course. And when he does, the Viscount is rightly concerned that the illusion of peace will dissolve.
I'm sure you have suspicions about what happened.
My concerns are well-founded. This could not have escaped the notice of the city guard. Unless they were involved.
Have any failed to report?
Several. You should start with one of them. Although where you find a swordsman so eager to sell his honor and duty, I'm sure I don't know.
The Hanged Man.
Hanged Man.
Got to be.
Oh my god.
Right. Then you know what to look for.
Oh god. Well,
this has occurred without notice. There is always a weak link.
Nice moment there.
Please keep this quiet. The Viscount is under enough scrutiny.
Good day to you.
Yep. Let's see if Aveline wants to chat with us while we're here in the office.
It's different here as captain.
Yeah.
Feels like family.
Aw, nice. How'd you do?
Hawke, I need a favor that I can only trust to you.
It's my favorite
You
quest.
can always ask.
It should be a small matter, but I worry. I need you to give something to Guardsman Donnick, here in the barracks. No questions, and he is not to know it's from me.
It's my favorite quest. Oh my god, it's my favorite quest. This is my favorite quest in the entire series.
You need me for something as simple as this.
I protect many people.
Oh my god.
Citizens well beyond the men and women I command. But who do I really know besides you? I need a friend to do this. It's a short list.
Donnick, the one we pulled from an ambush.
the event that put me here. But this is a different need of the Guard and its captain. And you're doing very badly at the no questions part.
It must be something important if you're going to all this trouble.
That's none of your business.
That seems abrupt, even for you.
I already regret this. I'm not about to make it worse by exposing unnecessary facts. You can accept that or not, but that's all I can say.
Okay. Okay.
Very well, Aveline. If it means that much.
Thank you. And please hurry back with his reaction. I appreciate this, Hawke. I really do.
Okay. Okay. So. Copper marigolds. Copper marigolds. Okay. Oh boy. Okay. Well, here we go. Hi everyone. I'm gonna just rifle through your things real quick while we're here.
Fine day, Sarah.
Eddie needs to be here for this. Someone get Eddie. Somebody get Eddie. Eddie needs to be here for this. It's very important Eddie be here for this. Either that or I'm going to make him rewatch it in retrospect. I'm sure he remembers, of course. I think he's played this, so. It's this part. It's this part. Tell him it's the part with Aveline. And the real nice night for an evening.
Guardsman Donick. Sir Hawke. It's been some time. You're here in Hightown now, right? I think the captain mentioned it. I see your uncle now and then on my patrols, but we don't talk.
No ill effects from the ambush, I trust?
They got me pretty good, I'll admit. But they fared worse, so I can't complain. Guard is a good career if you're careful. A short one if you're not. And the captain makes sure we're careful.
I have it on good authority that you are going to enjoy this.
Am I now? It's a copper relief of marigolds? Ah, and it helpfully says so. Marigolds. Well, how crafty. Is there a meaning to this that I should know?
Just keep it. I'm sure it's more than it seems.
It would have to be. Right. I'm sure we both have things to do. Of varying import. Sir Hawke.
Why did Aveline want us to give him that?
Why did you say that out loud, Meryl? What is wrong with you? Oh my god. I'm enjoying this too much.
You are. You're efficient. Get things done, good or ill. So, how did Donick react?
As one might expect when confused.
I thought it was clear. Metal is strong, copper ages well, flowers are soft. I've clearly gone about this the wrong way. Don't talk to him again.
Mind
just take this
blown.
The patrols for next week. Post it to the roster and just listen.
Mind blown.
Really? Just walk over there and post the roster?
Thank you, Kylie.
I want his honest reaction without the captain present.
You could just have him hauled off.
This isn't about an accusation I can put in a report and explain. I need someone unofficial.
Okay. Okay. All right. Sure. Let's do it. Let's do the thing.
All right. Posting the roster just over there.
I need to know exactly how he reacts. That's key. Thank you.
This is weird, right?
Yes. Yes, Meryl. Yes, Meryl. This is very, very weird. Oh, God.
Hey, Donick. Whose pucker have you been greasing to get Hightown?
What? You're daft. I'm working dockside on those smugglers.
Says here you're guarding the square. Always been a make-work job, that one. You someone's pet?
Check your eyes. It's a mistake.
says the pet.
You have got to be kidding me. What did I do to get that post?
Doesn't seem too happy about this. Not sure why. It's a nice post. I mean, he's obviously being made fun of, so that's not great, but... God. I love this quest so much. Favorite quest in the series. I reiterate.
Monic thinks I'm punishing him. But Hightown is a safe patrol, a reward.
Or what?
You wanted his reaction.
All right. I can fix this. I need 3 goats and a sheaf of wheat. You'll take them to his mother. It's a dowry tradition. Maybe it will smooth the process.
Don't be silly. A dowry would only matter if you were courting him.
Meryl.
You're courting him!
Oh my god, I love Meryl. I love Aveline, and I love this entire game and the entire cast, and this is just delightful. This is just wonderful. I love it. I love this so much. She's so... Okay, so we all knew, like, all along that Meryl was, like, hilariously and adorably awkward. But this is off the charts. This is just... I've told the story about when I asked Erica out for the first time. We started dating, so to speak. That we'd just gone out to the Renaissance Festival. We spent the day of the Renaissance Festival, and on the way home, she's driving me back to my dorm. And I very, very awkwardly asked, "So, are we dating?" And of course, naturally, she laughed and could not stop laughing for basically the rest of the ride home, leaving me to wait inevitably for an answer. Of course, the answer was yes, and everything turned out spectacularly ever since. But even I cannot possibly hold a candle to the sheer awkwardness of Aveline Villan. It's amazing. Absolutely incredible. I love this.
Aveline, you know you can talk to me.
What am I to say? That a grown woman can't speak her mind? I've been focused on being captain for so long, that's all I know.
But you've done it before. I mean, been married.
That was a long time ago. It was easier, or seemed to be.
Sounds like you're ready to move on.
It's been 4 years since Wesley. Stop trying to protect me. I've made my peace. He'd want me to live.
Aw, I like that. Nope, not doing that. Not doing that. Nope.
So you've been by yourself since we came to Kirkwall?
I am diligent on behalf of my men. And I've neglected many other things.
Aw.
I can't imagine you having trouble speaking your mind.
The gods are in my care. I hurt when they hurt. But Donick, I want him to know that I feel...
This is a scandal!
Something already happened, and he's fine.
If it made sense, I wouldn't need you. I feel paralyzed. I hate it.
I love it. I love it so much. I could just tell him. But then the problem would be Aveline would literally murder Hawke. Murder him right where he stands. Oh god, Hawke, no! Okay, you know what? Hawke is a good friend. Let's do it.
Well, this little dance certainly isn't helping. So what will?
I'm the captain. He's my guardsman. I can't get past that.
Being in the barracks doesn't help. Go somewhere you can talk.
What? Just go out somewhere? Like it's that easy?
Oh, don't do that. Yes, it can be. Yeah, just go.
What? Too simple?
Tell Donick, invite him to the Hanged Man. Don't tell him about me. Make something up. It's a surprise, or just you, or a group, anything to get him there. He's not like the others. I don't want him to think he's meeting the captain.
Oh my god. This is just spycraft. This is just top level spycraft. Oh my god. This quest gets me just absolutely giggly every time. I love this. This is hilarious. This is delightful too. It's so wholesome funny.
Sirrah Donick, are you free? I need to ask you something. I have no immediate patrols. Why?
Everyone's going out. Let's make this into a big event that then turns into a date.
A night at the
I can't keep
Hanged Man
laughing.
for all
Oh my
to come.
god.
You'll come? Of course you'll come. Should I have heard of this? Very well, Sirrah Hawke. I guess I'll be there. It's good to be the last to hear of these things.
Okie dokie. Let's go. Let's go.
Good things are always happening to that bastard.
She does not like him. She does not like him at all. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy.
Good luck getting in. I've been waiting all day.
So we need an alternate tank, I suppose, just to be safe. You know what? No, it's not worth it. We just need to bring Isabella on this, because we need Isabella's commentary on this. Combat does not matter. I assume there will be no combat, but I could be wrong. Well, while we wait for Eddie to show up, let's go hang out with Meryl and see how she's doing. Go quickly while we're on our way. What's that? Cool thing? No. You have cool, nice things in your home. Ooh, a mirror. Hey, Meryl.
I've got something to show you. Come and see.
That's the mirror that we just saw. I'm sorry. I spoiled it. Ooh.
It's beautiful, isn't it?
You're much prettier.
Oh, you're too kind. Is it warm in here? Stop bubbling, Mary.
Aww.
I've spent the last few years restoring this. One of my clan found it in the Brazilian forest, we think. Poor Tamlin. We never found him. Just the shattered pieces of the alluvion.
What's an alluvion?
Long ago, the elves had a kingdom. An empire that covered Thedas. And every city had an alluvion. The mirrors let them communicate across their empire. But I don't know how exactly. My people have lost so much. We know almost nothing of the days before Arlathon. This is a piece of our history.
Cool. Kylie says 00 Renaissance. I have no idea what you're talking about, honestly. I'm so sorry. I'm old, if you recall.
This thing is what made the Keeper send you away, isn't it?
The Keeper wanted me to destroy the fragment I kept. She said our ancestors meant it to be forgotten. But it's a Keeper's place to remember. Even the dangerous things. We argued. I left. She's wrong. This mirror could teach us so much about who we once were.
Do you think the mirror had something to do with Tamlin's disappearance?
The ruin we tracked Tamlin to was full of traps and monstrous things. But we found no body. His trail ended at the broken pieces of alluvion.
So this is the Dalish elf origin from Dragon Age Origins. So if you played a Dalish elf in Origins, you hung out with Merrill and Tamlin, right? And you found this Illuvian in the Brazilian forest. And then bad, terrible things happened to it because apparently it was tainted, as in Darkspawn taint, as in the Darkspawn stuff, right? Which then something happens. Tamlin disappears. Merrill didn't come with you at that point of the quest, and you get injured by it, and so Duncan, the Grey Warden, who's come to recruit, takes you with him to make you a Grey Warden and cure the and therefore make it so that you don't die from the Darkspawn taint. Yes, Kylie must protect Smallbean. Yes, Merrill is also wonderfully wholesome. A little bit of a crazy blood mage, but you know, other than that.
What are you trying to do with this mirror?
At first, I just wanted to find Tamlin. But it's been too long. Tamlin is probably dead by now, if he wasn't already. But still, I know it can help my people. I can at least recover this one small part of our heritage.
I'm sure you wouldn't show something this dangerous to just anyone.
It's not dangerous, I promise. I fixed it, or tried to, with blood magic. The mirror won't hurt anyone. But it doesn't work. I've tried everything, and I think it's because it needs to be finished with a special tool. And a ruling home. And my clan has one. It's been in their hands for generations.
Okay, so you want me to get it for you. Let's see where this is going. Emily says, like 007, 00 Renaissance. Oh, okay. I'm not that suave. Sorry. I'm apologizing, mostly, to Erica for not being that suave. Best I can.
I hear a butt coming.
I can't go back there alone. You have no idea, the Keeper. I can't talk to her. We fight or talk circles around each other. She has a disappointed frown that turns your bones to jelly. Please, help me. You will, won't you?
I'll go with you.
Master Anus, I'll find some way to repay you, I promise.
Not at all necessary. Let's go. Let's go on here. Still no Eddie. Get your butt on here, dude. I need to. Long road. Offered and lost. Oh, it's at night. Okay, we do have to go to the Hanged Man at night. Let's see. What else do we have to do at night? That's it? Nothing at night? I thought we had to do something at night. Oh no, it was the Anders thing. We have a lot to do at Sundermount. Not yet. Not yet. Night Terrors. Let's not do that yet. Herbalist tasks. Let's not do that. No, I guess it's the Hanged Man, isn't it? Let's do it. Sorry, Eddie. You're missing out. Missing out. Missing out. The best quest in the game. My favorite of the series. I'm pretty sure. Who's this guy?
Well, you're throwing coins around like there's no tomorrow.
That's right, woman. Tonight I'm paid and blessed, and all I had to do was turn my head.
Oh.
To all my friends. Hey, step back. I know important people. We're gonna show this city what to do with heathen oxmen.
Someone has deep pockets. I want an introduction.
Somebody always wants something. But I don't have to take that anymore. 3 hornheads are just a start. You want some of this? Take it from me and my new friends. You're on your own, pal. That's loyalty for you. Come on.
Yeah, sorry, Donick. I know we're supposed to be having a party, but I know it's not exactly the funnest of times. Although I don't know, maybe this is your thing. Gotcha.
Isn't necessary, you know.
What? What do you want? I just did what he said. It was more coin than I've ever seen.
Come on. Someone so generous they deserve recognition.
Templar. It was a Templar. I didn't get the name.
Oh,
we met near the Chantry. He said taking these Qunari was serving the Maker.
Well, yeah, maybe.
He even had the seal of the Grand Cleric. True is true.
Well, that's disturbing. It's certainly disturbing.
You have got to be kidding me. A Templar?
Serving the Grand Cleric, no less. Great.
Speed, Griffin. Good one.
You have got to hear this, Hawke. There's this tale making the rounds. They're saying you single-handedly fought off a pirate invasion at midnight on the sacred ground of the Chantry.
I mean, yeah, kinda true, but only a little bit. Erica says this is going to be our bar in D&D. Yes, I look forward to that. I really do. The goose and gander.
Don't the stories mention my stunning good looks? What about my cunning wit?
Nope, they skip straight to the part about the lovable dwarf with the gorgeous crossbow and the heart of gold.
Well,
I try to steer them straight, but you know how stories go.
Yeah.
Just
tell who's writing.
Surprised if people seem in awe.
Wouldn't it make more sense for you to be the main character in these tall tales of yours?
There's a recipe to a good hero, Hawke. It's like alchemy. One part down to earth, one part selfless nobility, 2 parts crazy, and you season liberally with wild falsehoods. You let that percolate through a good audience for a while, and when it's done, you've got your hero.
I gotta be honest. Draven is an older character than this game. The sort of NPC, like quest giver guy in our D&D game, that Eric and Kylie ran. Yeah. So Draven is an older character than this game. However, that doesn't mean that there aren't elements of Varric present there. I will say honestly, a lot of those the elements of Varric that are present there with Draven were there all along, and it's just largely coincidence that this is the kind of character that I made for this kind of a role. But I will also admit that the pulp novels, I kind of got the idea from Varric. But the making heroes out of up and coming adventurers, that was novel, and I just like the way that works as a character. I mean, but I will say, in all my years playing RPGs and such, and tabletop and live action role playing and whatever, I've always liked playing secondary characters, playing the foil or the background character or the supporting role or the lancer, way more than I've ever loved playing like main character protagonists. And a lot of that's because I really like playing the role or playing the character or providing the character that serves the story best. And a lot of times that means the story of the other characters. I don't know what it is, but I've always really liked that. So, and that's why I feel a certain kinship with Varric here. Ellie says, "Oh, how'd the session go last weekend? Sorry I couldn't stay. Doggo was getting frustrated that I wasn't paying attention to him. Of course, as doggos do. It's good. We went and discovered a little bit about what was causing various books at the Font of Knowledge, the library, to attack people. Traced them back to a group of... You guys didn't quite find out what they were. Some of you did, but not everyone, so I won't say yet. A group of people. Let's say. Let's be nice and vague. A group of people who had been creating these things called gingwutsims that take the form of books, but then they also turn into these giant balls of ectoplasm and try and eat people, or at least consume people's life essence, whatever the case might be. And then you're of course the leader of this group is trying very hard to convince you guys that that she did not know that this is how it would go. She was only trying to make money to bring back or basically her group's mentor, their old leader. But you don't know if you're believing that or not. Maybe not. And so it's an open question as to whether you're going to just return the books that were taken and keep the money for yourself and move on, or share the money with them, or give them all or most of the money that you get from it to help them out, help them towards their goal. Of course, probably on conditions like they don't keep stealing from people, or they don't keep making these things and leaving them where people will get hurt and things like that. At least, hopefully. Also, forgot to mention, they are holding Sedwin hostage while you guys go and return the books. It was Eddie's idea. Don't worry. It was Sedwin's idea, so it wasn't mine.
I find it hard to believe you're spreading these stories without getting something in return.
Well, that just shows what you know, Hawke. The stories are their own reward. You really need to see the look on someone's face when I tell them you ripped the arms off an ogre. Just once.
You also sell the books, so there's that.
What compels you to spin these ridiculous tales?
I love the sound of my own voice, and I'm a compulsive liar. Honestly, I don't know. It's just something I do. There's power in stories, though. That's all history is. The best tales, the ones that last. Might as well be mine.
Love that. Great. Fantastic. Yeah, there is a hell of a lot of power in stories and how stories are told, and that really does sort of shape. It's not just an account of history, it shapes history. It shapes how we see ourselves and how we see things moving forward as well.
I guess all works. A little reverence wouldn't hurt, though.
You may not be my best dressed or cleanest friend, Master Hawke, but you're all right in my book. Anyway, I'll quit exaggerating before it goes to your head.
No, you won't. That's a lie. All right. Eddie's lollygagging too much. I've delayed as best I possibly can. I've delayed as much as I absolutely can. Dude, that's just so much better. Oh, wait, no, I didn't. I can still level up. Still level up Isabella. Yeah, it should be good. Next session should be a lot of fun. Coming up Saturday. Should be a lot of fun. So we're resolving that and then moving on. Probably doing a bunch of stuff having to do with the tavern. But I don't know. That's kind of up to you guys, what you guys decide to do. Your next quest that you guys were really thinking about doing isn't for another, I think, 12 or 13 days. You have some downtime to just sort of hang out and work on your tavern and arrange all that stuff. And you hang around the city, get in some trouble, or not. You could always not get into trouble. It would barely be a D&D game at that point, but you could still not get into trouble. There is always the option of not getting into trouble. No, really. I'm serious. There's the option, believe it or not, of not getting into trouble while playing D&D. Anyway.
There were supposed to be others coming,
Awkward.
right? Plans change. Apparently.
Oh god, stop with the smile. Oh, no!
Look, I should really, just give it a moment.
Stop.
Another round? Make a yes.
No. No. What are you doing? Oh my god. Give him the smolder. Oh my god.
So, Aveline is great. Look, if this was all a plan for you to get closer to the captain, maybe you should just talk to her. I mean, how sad would it be if you needed a go-between? Have some backbone. I have to go. Thanks for the drinks.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
I couldn't do it. What did he say?
He thinks I arranged this to get to you.
I'm an idiot.
Sometimes you gotta be mean.
Admitting it is a good step. Where are you heading next?
The barracks, for Eldon. The deepest hole I can find.
Oh my god.
You've never been
Understandable.
the hiding type.
I know, all right, but I freeze up. The only place I'm not a mess is on patrol. And killing highwaymen doesn't afford much opportunity for banter.
Here come the excuses.
I will not risk.
Wait, yes it does. What are you talking
That's
about?
the problem. Risk, or so help me, I will bed the man myself.
First of all.
I think that pretty much forces the issue.
But I can't fight and talk.
I'll clear the way, and you can see if he's the one.
You're
Oh,
too
good.
good at this. Is it any wonder you've all but taken Hightown? You clear the route up the Wounded Coast, and I will think of something to say.
Oh my god. I love this. I love this so much. This is so awful. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Real nice night for... I'm not even going to say it. I'm not even going to say it. I'm not going to say it. I'm going to let her say it. I'm just going to wait. I'm just going to wait. Because this is so good. Oh, God. Oh, geez. Kylie says... Well, so actually, that actually...
Tell me what was in that box, Ravani.
Oh, here.
Which box? I've opened so many.
Excuse me?
Well, those two, but later. Right now, that Qunari relic.
I'll make you a deal. I'll tell you what was in that box if you tell me how Bianca got her name.
Fine. Forget I asked. Evil woman.
Yeah, Kylie says this scene is so awkward. It gets worse. It gets so much worse. Don't worry, it gets so much worse. The next one's really bad. We're trying to wingman for Aveline is basically what's happening here. Anyway, on that note, let's see if we can do that. Gets worse. I love how much worse it gets. I love this. Oh my god. So anyway, Kylie said, but what would be the fun then? But not getting into trouble. Plus, my character would probably run towards the trouble and subtly help. Naturally. I mean, it's worth thinking about, really, how best to resolve this sort of a situation. Worth talking about before game actually starts. Hi, Paparinos. What are you guys doing here? What? there's traps here. Isabella, go handle that. Whoop. That didn't work. Yeah, like I said, it would probably be worth it. I would kind of encourage you guys to. Oh, geez. To kind of talk about what the plan is from here moving forward. Especially because all of you guys, with the exception of Sedwin, are going to be together, basically. Jesus. Attack dogs. Why are these attack dogs? Stop it. Everyone, with the exception of Sedwin, would be sort of on their way to and from the library to return the books that were taken.
You're such a slave driver.
So yeah, that would be something to consider. So yeah, that would also be so thinking about. That's right, my dog needs to come out here. Come here, Sable. But yeah, that would be something for you guys to consider chatting with in the Facebook chat. Thinking about what exactly to do about the situation, going over your details, going over what you know, all that. As I will say, this is, as a little insight, looking ahead, not really a spoiler, but something. This is one of those quests that you could totally resolve peacefully. Or you can try and fight your way through it. Which may or may not go well. Hi, Sable. Okay, here we go.
So this route's pretty quiet?
Yes, and it's a real nice night for an evening.
As you say, Captain.
Yes, as I say.
Micah, she's bad at this.
It's a real nice night for an evening. Isn't it, though? Isn't it, though? It's such a nice night for an evening. Oh, God. Oh, God. It is such a nice night for an evening. Oh, God. Oh, well, of course, right. I know. So Kylie says, not help in resolve the trouble, but help in making the trouble. Well, of course, naturally. Why would I think a D&D party would ever resolve problems? Nah. Goofed it. Excuse me. Oh, God, there's a lot of them. This is great. Firestorm. Like, none of my current party have hit points. This isn't great. Everyone has low hit points in this party except for my dog. I'll just go to attack, I guess. Okay, that is true. Erica's Curse of Strahd character does want to solve problems. That's true. That is very true. Arthur wants to solve problems. He's just not good at it. It's a little bit too late, but it's not quite too late. Don't worry, Eddie. You're here for some of the best parts. You missed It's a Real Nice Night for an Evening. Just barely. I would recommend going back about 1 minute. If you go back like 1 to 3 minutes, you'll get to the best parts, and then just watch it double speed through the combat stuff.
Watch your step.
Oh. Thanks.
It's done.
I figured. That looks like a trap. Oh my god, I was just a giggly mess. I was, as other YouTubers like to say, I was a giggly little bitch. Because this was hilarious. I love this quest. This is my favorite quest of the entire series. Yeah, like 3 to 5 minutes. Wizkid says, oh, I might not be able to... Oh, no, I might not be able to do it tomorrow. I mean, to be fair... Oh, tomorrow. I need to dip out after the fight. I mean, yeah, if you got school stuff, then you got school stuff.
If it isn't done right, the blade can be too soft. Quenching the steel is a vital step that can make or break a sword.
Quenching the steel, huh?
A blade for every purpose. What do you think about blades?
I'm sorry, Captain. I drifted off a bit.
Right, of course.
Ugh. Painful.
Quenching the sword, huh? God, why am I like this? I'm doing a better job. And I'm doing a terrible job. Oh my gosh.
Someone's left a surprise here for us.
What? What? Oh, there's a trap there. Yeah, you want to handle that? Thanks.
I love doing that.
Is that Saoirse being awake that I hear again? I don't approve. In fact, quite to the contrary, I disapprove. It's 11:30. This isn't acceptable. Have I been too loud? Once again, I hope that wasn't my fault. What's that? Pile of bones. Oh, pile of bones. Oh, that's just cheating. That's just cheating. That's not even on the map. Anyway. WizKid says, oh god, it's this quest. Oh no. WizKid. Oh yes. It is my favorite quest in the whole series. Ow. 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 A wizard. Uh-oh. Blast. Oh, I just hear Michael. Okay. That's good. That's good. Put your staff away. There you go, Hawke. Thanks. Okay, she's out. That's good. Well, Saoirse's sleeping. That's good news. Okay. Here we go. I think. I hope.
Well, guardsman, good patrol. I think we're done, and Hawke, what a surprise. What are you doing here?
Aveline.
Hawke, don't.
No, don't do that.
We don't have all night, you know. Would someone please tell me what's going on?
You're a daft couple of... Oh, take a hint and bend her over a basin, will you?
Captain? I should get back to the barracks.
I thought we were friends.
Friends sometimes push.
I have to fix this. He'll file a
I'm so
complaint
glad I brought her.
for a transfer. You're coming to the barracks to explain why you put him on the spot. Double time.
Excuse
Hawke,
me?
or so help me.
My god. Oh my god, I'm so glad I brought Isabella for this. Take a hint and bend her over a basin already. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh. Good. This is great. I love this so much. Like I said, combat doesn't matter. Combat efficacy does not matter. It's very important that we had Isabella's input here. Right back to the barracks. Right back to the barracks. Double time at Hawke. Oh god. You hate Isabella? I mean, she doesn't wear pants, so that's kind of detestable. Oh my god, I'm not reading that. Oh my god.
Where is Donick? I have to head this off before it goes to the Viscount. Maybe a formal apology. Something that shows the guards they can still trust me.
I cannot not be at least a little bit of a jerk here.
Try the copper marigolds again. In hindsight, they weren't the worst option.
It's not funny.
Yes, it
I beg
is.
to differ.
You'll beg for more than that if you keep this up.
My apologies, Sir Hawke, but I need a moment with the captain.
Guardsman Donick.
Please.
Hey, that's all it took. Good lord, come on.
A fine day, isn't it, Chell?
Oh my god.
Aveline.
Guardsman Donick did not file a complaint. This was all incredibly stupid, and you made it wonderful.
Oh my god. WizKid, that was not the implication. I am almost certain that was not the implication. There is no dishevelment in either of their armor. Proof positive. You stop that.
I think you can safely claim both halves of that pair.
You're sweet. I knew asking you was the right thing.
Let's not make a habit of it.
There's no way I can ever repay you. Perhaps it's simple. Thank you. Hey, can I ask you something? Was there a moment when you thought I was beyond help?
I mean, little bit.
Don't ruin the moment. It was hard work getting here.
All right, fair enough. Chat
Oh,
when
God.
you need me, Hawke. I'll always be here for you. Just knock first.
Okay, well, that earned a bonk. That earned a bonk. Let's see. Let's see what she's up to. I have to
It's
going.
a fine suit.
The finest.
Break it down, distribute it.
The Viscount requires parade armor for his inspections.
Then stuff it and mount it where he can see it. I wear the uniform of the guard.
His Excellency will not be pleased.
His Excellency can mount it.
Heyo. Okay, WizKid, yeah, fine.
Trouble, Hawke?
Seems like you have enough.
Alright, fine.
You don't know the half of it. And why don't you, by the way? Why aren't you tail deep in the problems of this city?
I mean, I
Sure, you do
kind
good.
of am.
But petition a title, take a job. The guard is always looking.
That's a bit harsh, given my record.
Maybe I'm just sick of being the first stop for complaints about people like you.
People like me?
Yeah, I was going to say that.
On about fortune hunters, mercenaries, disreputable professions without purpose. He's a clod, but sometimes, well, it might be good if the city was a little more stable.
Come on now. You really prefer the troublemakers stay home?
All right. So maybe I don't want to be completely put out of business. And I don't even really mean you. But some people, they go on without regard and then act surprised when someone starts a circle. There are warning signs, you know. It's worth saying.
So yeah, there's a great deal of trouble in the city. I think we are pretty tail deep in it, if you ask me. The whole thing with the Qunari, especially. Good lord, that thing with the Qunari. All right, let's switch out for Aveline. Let's take her with us now. All right, where to? What are we doing? Chantry. What are we in the Chantry? Oh, right. That's right. About about speaking of the Qunari. Look at that. Night Terrors we can do next week, because that's its own fairly long thing. Actually, you know what? No, let's do the thing for Meryl tonight. We get 20 minutes. That's enough. Let's do that. We might still have time to continue a little bit of the main quest, the one with the Qunari, but let's do stuff for Meryl. Help Meryl out with her thing. What's happening here? I don't like that. I don't like this. I don't like this.
Harassing our hunting parties, Templar, and there will be consequences.
Conflict rising.
Hand over Fenris. You heathens have no idea of the danger an apostate poses.
Can I?
Elves were using magic when your primitive ancestors still lived like beasts. If you dare interrogate one of my hunters again...
The Maker be my witness. I will bring Fenris to the gallows.
Hawke.
That's very threatening.
You may want to leave before this gets messy.
Are you actually planning to attack Templars?
This Shem caught one of our Dalish hunters. She tortured the boy with fire while she interrogated him about Fenris.
That's nothing compared to what we'll do if you don't hand over the apostate.
This is your last chance to leave and avoid bloodshed, Hawke.
You'd torture and kill the Dalish for just one apostate?
I don't care a jot about these knife ears, but Fenris'll slip through our fingers. No one escapes the Knight Commander.
We would sooner die than turn him over to you.
If Fenris is that dangerous, let him stay with the Dalish.
Why would I do that?
Either he snaps and the Dalish kill him, or he escapes and you capture him without risking your men. You win either way.
There is wisdom in that, I suppose. Very well. You Dalish have fun with Fenris.
Violence would not have helped my people. Maseranis.
To be fair, I kind of wanted to kill them, but you know. This God, I hate the Templars. Yeah, I mean, at least some of the Templars I really, really don't like.
Yes? Is it like you thought? It's nice, isn't it? He seems nice.
Yes, he's very nice.
I know, and you're so cute when you're with him. Not like normal you at all.
Haven't you got something unholy to do?
No, we're following Hawke. That's important too.
Oh my god. Good night, Kylie. Glad you get to stick around for the fun part. For, once again, as I may reiterate, my favorite quest in the whole series.
The guards don't come this far out. It's better for both sides.
Oh gosh. Well, that's good. Oh my gosh. Yeah, Yeah. The Templars get more and more detestable as... hang on, let me save real quick just to make sure that this isn't going to trigger combat or anything. Not going to piss anybody off. Okay. But yeah, I do have to say, right, that the Templars get more and more contemptible as the series goes on. They're not that bad in Origins. At least they're reasonable and comprehensible, right? Their motives are comprehensible, right? And they stick within their pre-established rules. They don't exactly go out beyond what they're supposed to do. Really. Whereas here, they certainly do. They're certainly beginning to just be villains. They're just doing evil stuff. No. Maybe? No. 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 Ooh, actually, that's better than what I have. Nice. Also better than what I have. They're the same though. So sell one of them. That's decent, but no. I can sell those. No. Ooh, ooh, ooh. I get a free spell. Not free, 21 gold worth, but that's worth it. Totally worth it. We're gonna have nature, hollow carving, Merrill, sell junk. Cool.
Dalish crafting is second to none, I assure you.
Okay, cool. I get a free spell. Do I want to do group heal? Or do I want better revival? Kind of want better. I kind of want group heal. Also, WizKid, yes, this is a great party combo. This is kind of my favorite group. Yeah, I'm gonna go group heal. There. Yeah. I'm gonna go group heal. Wait, I don't need dog. What are you doing here? Alright, it's fine. Whatever, you can stay. You can stay. Who's this?
A storm is coming. I can smell it.
I mean, do you need to? Look up. Anyway. One other thing before we get into this, and maybe wrap for the night, we're almost done. Another thing I already put in the description was a video from Bishop Barron that came out just today about truth and the importance of objective truth as a kind of as an opposition to tyranny. Because and I've talked about this elsewhere in other videos as well. That the tyrant will necessarily oppose truth, because what they want to do, what they strive to do, what they do by their very nature, is to impose their own truth upon reality. They try and fight with reality. They reject reality and substitute their own, so to speak, to turn an innocent phrase sinister. And what this ultimately winds up doing is that it sweeps people up into this substitute reality, into this new reality, where people who Barron talks about something that Hannah Arendt said, who was a 20th century philosopher, that the real subjects of tyranny, the willing subjects of tyranny, are those who cannot discern fact from fiction. It's people who are not solidified in reality. They're not committed to objective truth. Right? And so what you'll often find, and by often I mean pretty much universally, going back to Plato, is the tyrants are afraid of truth, and they will refuse to allow the truth to be told, even if it doesn't explicitly contradict their own vision, their own sort of their own narrative. Even if it doesn't contradict their narrative, the telling of truth apart from their narrative is incredibly, incredibly dangerous to them, because it can get people to be committed to the truth. And they can't have that, because that is an opposition to their shaping and distortion of reality. WizKid, okay, you live in the Midwest and can confirm smelling storms is a thing. Florida too. I mean, we get that as well. We get the same thing. But I mean, if you look up and the sky looks like that, I don't think you really need to smell it coming. That's my point. WizKid says they're deluded and always seek to make themselves into gods. It never works, or at least not for long. It always comes crashing down by their own hubris. Yeah, exactly. And I very, very highly recommend reading Plato's Republic, or at least watching my lectures on it. And my lecture especially on tyranny in Plato's Republic. If you haven't read that, if you haven't watched that yet, and if you haven't read the associated text, mostly Book 9 of the Republic, which is the most relevant part, but you kind of need some background information. But that's the most relevant part. I very, very highly recommend it. It'll be in the description after the stream is over. Bishop Barron's is already there, so do check that out. Yes. Yeah, WizKid says, oh, so like leftist creative types are always off in La La Land. Yeah, very much so. And then you also get tyrants who are basically like that. Tyrants who well, and not even just tyrants, but people who willingly obey the tyrant, who prioritize their own will over reality. They're obsessed with their truth and their identity over and above the identifying themselves with what is true about the world. Or playing BioShock. Well, yeah. I mean, tell you what, go play BioShock and listen to my lecture. How about that?
Keeper, you returned to us, darling. Have you reconsidered this path at last?
Go on. I'm with you.
Thank you,
Aw.
Hawke. Keeper, I need the Arulan home, the ancient carving blade that Master Island keeps.
I see. You wish to rebuild the Alluvian.
You don't have to approve of it. I'm invoking Via Sulavanen. I'll do whatever task you wish.
Well, I'm glad to know I can still disapprove. It is your right. I will give you a service to perform if you insist.
What did Merrill invoke?
Ooh, on to BioShock 2. Finished BioShock 1 last night. Cool.
So our clan's most cherished relics can be claimed by everyone. Any Dalish can perform a service for the clan and gain ownership of such an item. For a time. That is what Merrill has invoked. Even if she has chosen to live apart, she is still one of the people.
He'll love the sort of cross between Native American and Welsh here for the sort of Dalish culture. And hell, Dalish accent. It's great. I like it. I like it very much.
What exactly is this thing we're asking for?
It is an ancient carving tool, used by our wood shapers, passed down for countless generations. Our clan has carried it since before the fall of the Dales. It is as old as Arlathan itself.
That's really old. That's really old. We'll find out in the next game just how old that is, but holy crap, that's old.
We appreciate your help. This means a lot to Merrill.
I'm glad that Merrill has a friend in you, child. I hope you will look after her.
I can take care of myself, Keeper.
Yes, Dalen. I know. Avar Terrell has taken the lives of 3 of our hunters. It lairs in a cavern in the mountainside. Seek it out, slay it. No one else must fall to its anger. Do this for us, and I will give you the Arulin home. May the Dread Wolf never catch your scent.
The cave must be near camp. The Keeper would just warn the hunters away otherwise.
So I kind of love Dragon Age elves. Kind of. There are things that I don't love about them, but overall I think I do. My favorite elves are still always going to be Tolkien elves because of the contrast with human beings. Their actual immortality is really, really what makes them so interesting. Which makes, I will say, minor spoiler, which makes ancient Dragon Age elves very, very interesting. Much more so than modern ones. But yeah, that is a good point. So Eddie said, it's my 2 favorite bizarre Forerunner societies melted into one. I love Dragon Age elves. I mean, that's a little bit... yeah. I love Welsh mythology. I really do. It's some of my favorite sort of European mythology. The sort of pagan pre-Christian myth. I think like the Mabinogi, right, is such a joy to read. I mean, compared to Irish, and you have the Tyne, which is about a superhero going on cattle raids. Come on. The Mabinogi is just so much better. So much more mythological as well. It's great. In English, you have, I guess, Beowulf. Kind of, but that's more Anglo-Saxon. Ah, jeez. What's this? Yeah, Beowulf, and I guess also for English mythology, ancient mythology at least, you have, like, the Arthurian legends, but even that's not really ancient. Not that ancient. So, you know, it's... I really do. I really like Welsh mythology. It's cool. It's very cool. Wizkid says, I really think Tolkien did Wasp Spider. I don't like that. Did ethereal elves the best. No one else quite gets it right. Yeah, I think that's true. I think that is true. Oh, jeez. Everyone's dying. Oops, I accidentally deleted my UI for a second. Wizkid says, I love how weird it is. You mean these elves? I mean, have you ever seen the Black Cauldron? It's so gritty and yet perfectly archetypal in some ways. Yeah, that's true. That is true. Yeah. There we go. Oof. Had to use some health potions there. That was a rough fight. It's gonna get worse with the Vartaril. And Skelly boys that were just waltzing on past. I'm sure that'll be fine. Yeah, the Black Cauldron's good. I kind of need to reread the Mabinogi. I read it back in undergrad. As part of a course on Celtic history, which was a great course. Geez, more spooters. Why is there more spooters? I don't like spooters. Go away, spooters. I don't like the spooters. Oh, hey, wait. Dog will help. Come here, Sable. Freeze. Stun. Come on, man. Dagger. That didn't work at all. Don't like that. Ooh, orichalcum. Anyway. I do think I am going to go a little late tonight. I don't have class tomorrow, so I want to go, as long as you guys are cool with that, I'm going to go a little late and finish this quest. Or at least finish this cave. What's that? Oh.
Why did this happen? Oh, Harshal, I am so sorry. I'll tell Iniria for you.
Yeah, I think I'm going to finish at least this cave and fight the Varteral. We'll see from there, but I'll probably stop after that, but I do want to at least get that far. Glitter dust.
You know, I might be able to give you a hand with that.
Please do. Please do. Walking by all these skellies. No? No going late? Alright, well, in that case, it is about midnight. And so, I want to go into here, grab things here.
Jandan, tread carefully, Lethaline. May the trickster never find you in the beyond. We should give their clan amulets to the Keeper. Their families should know that they died bravely.
Well, in that case, oh, Jesus. Well, yeah, in that case, too, I probably ought to wrap it, right? Michael, I'm sure, needs me. WizKid needs to go to sleep because you have class every day. Online class, you and your everyday thing. I'm lucky enough to have two relatively, pretty long days. I'm just Tuesday, Thursday this semester, which isn't bad. Not too bad. Long days. Rough on the voice, gotta say. Basically shouting for 3 hours straight twice a week is a little bit much. Or sorry, 6 hours straight, really. 3 classes. But in any case, that is still, I can't complain. I prefer it. I prefer the 2-day-a-week thing, longer classes and such. So anyway, unfortunately, that is all the time we have. So we're going to start right here next week. And then we're probably going to help Fenris, which is that other side quest. Going to see what other companion quests we might need to do. And then we might, probably not next week, but maybe the following week, we might do the Mark of the Assassin DLC, which is very, very Qunari-esque. It's a lot to do with the Qunari, and it's Orlesian. It's in Orlais, so that's a lot of fun. That should be a good time. Anyway, as I said, that's all the time we have, so let's save really quick. Let's do that. Thank you all for joining me. Once again, lots of fun stuff is going to be in the description, so check that out. If you haven't seen the Loki video yet, do watch it. It's I put a lot of work into it, and I'm actually pretty proud of how it turned out. I'm very pleased with it. It's I think it's pretty good. It goes into a lot of interesting things and a lot of complex topics, using some interesting material to talk about them. So hopefully that's fun for you guys. Hopefully this stream was fun for you guys as well. And I hope to see you again on Monday as we continue Far Cry 5, and I hope to see you again on Thursday as we continue Dragon Age 2. I've got some ideas as far as other videos in the works, a few other things that I might need to do, or might want to do. One more that's more media related, and one that is a little more. Are we gonna bring Emobe away? Wait, Who's emo boy? I'm lost and confused now. Fenris? Oh, we already did a thing for Fenris. We did one minor thing for Fenris, but there is more to come for him, if that's what you're talking about. There is another quest or two for Fenris. Glad you liked it. Glad you liked the Loki one. I do have another one that's on sort of media and film and stuff like that. And it's on an idea, at least, in the process, on the inversion of, on the sort of inverted morality in a lot of modern media, both, especially the Marvel Disney Plus shows and a lot of the like Disney live action remakes, like the villainy ones, like Cruella and Maleficent, things like that. So that's one. I also need to. I was talking to somebody today at school. I really need to finally put together a video on the 4 cardinal virtues, and then probably the 3 theological virtues as well. So those are also probably going to have to be in the pipeline. So those are some things that may be coming up. I don't know which. I don't know both. Maybe one, maybe the other. We'll see. But those are some thoughts that I need to put into videos. Anyway, I've been rambling too long, so I'm going to let you guys go. Have a good night, everybody. Hopefully see everybody on Monday. Eddie, hopefully I'll see you on Saturday for D&D. Apparently, maybe not tomorrow, because you got stuff. But otherwise, certainly Saturday. All right. Anyway, night, everybody. I'll see you next time.